coats on it. I went into a department store. I walked up to the salesperson. I said, I'm looking for a winter coat. He says, do I have the coat for you? I don't think so. But I bought it anyways. He was a damn good salesman. Oh, it better snow this winter, let me tell you. With all this global warming and shit. You know. I didn't say the whole word. I just said the first 3 syllables. You guys filled in the blanks. Yeah, you did. There's gonna be some psychic shit going on here. There's gonna be some psychic shit going on here. You know, quid pro quo, we gotta work together. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you a story. It was this old lady. She walks into the headquarters of the Canadian Bank of Canada, and she walks up to the receptionist and she says, I'd like to see the president of the company. Receptionist says, you can't just walk in like that. No, he's a busy man. She says, well, I have a lot of money. I want to open a savings account. So the receptionist looks at the bag of money and she says, well, okay. She goes in the back room, one of the rooms. She comes out, she says, well, today's your lucky day. He's here and he'll see you. So she ushers her to the room. The old lady walks in the room, and bank president stands up. He says, hi, what can I do for you today? She says, I want to open a savings account. And she plops the big bag of money on this table. So he said, well, how much do you want to deposit? She says, she takes the bag, empties it on his desk, and says $180,000. Bank president's all surprised. He says, wow, how does a woman like you come across this kind of money? She says, well, I bet. He says, what do you mean you bet? He says, well, I bet, like, I'll bet you by tomorrow morning, your balls are going to be square. He says, really? I'm going to go for that. Yeah, okay, I'll take you up on that bet. She says, I'll bet you $25,000. So, okay. So he goes home that night and he's checking. He wants to make sure, like, what the hell? My balls aren't. He's checking. He's going, no, you're around. I've got this. So, sure enough, the old lady shows up at his office 10 a.m. the next morning with her lawyer. And because she asked for a lawyer, did I say that? Or did I? She asked, can I bring my lawyer to be a witness? So he said, yeah, no problem. So she shows up 10 a.m. for sure the next day. So the guy says, okay. So she just repeats the bet. She said, I bet you that $25,000 by 10 a.m. this morning, your balls would be squared. She says, okay. So she says, drop your pants. I'd like to see, So the guy says, well, $25,000, yeah, that's a lot of money. I guess you want to be sure. Okay, so he drops the pants. So she says, okay, but can I feel? No. So he says, 25,000. He's a little embarrassed, but he says, hey, all right, go ahead. So feels his balls. All of a sudden, her lawyer gets up and he's smashing his head against the wall. And the banker looks and he says, what the hell is wrong with him? She says, nothing. I just bet him $100,000 that I could come here, be 10 a.m. this morning, and I'd have the bank president of Canada by the balls. You ever watch, like I'm sort of a religious person. I believe in God, you know. But have you ever noticed that we thank God when things are going right? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. But when we get pissed off, then we start using Jesus' name. Yeah? And it's like, I mean, in the inappropriate time, and we use his full name. You ever watch the Weather Channel? Like, the meteorologists, they have to go out right in the middle of like a storm to prove how bad that storm is. And the broadcaster inside, he says, "Well, Paul, how bad is it out there?" Paul? We seem to have lost Paul. He seems to not grounded anymore. Well, I think I saw his finger go by. I think that was his middle finger, Tom. Yeah. Well, thanks for the update, Mary Lou. Let me just check. I just want to be sure. Okay. Why is men's cologne so damn expensive? I went into the pharmacy the other day and for like, I saw one at $20. I said, you know, okay, that's pretty decent. So I checked the bottle and it was like 1 full ounce. I went up to the saleswoman and I said, $20, 1 full ounce. How long do you think that's going to last me? She says, about a week. I said, obviously you don't see me put on cologne very often. And then they have these other colognes, $99. And they say a good cologne, when you first put it on, you smell it, but the rest of the day, it's the people that come around you that smell it. Yeah. Well, I think for that freaking price, screw that. If I'm going to pay $99 for something, I want to smell it too all damn day. You know? So anyways, what I did is I went out and bought some good stuff. Skin bracer, by minute. You obviously know that brand. That's good. I paid, like what, around $3? And I'm still smelling it now. I don't give a shit. And it's good stuff. Anyways, is there any bus drivers? It doesn't look. I don't think I saw a bus driver come in here tonight. Like, I got on the bus this one time. Not that I've only been on a bus one time, and when I got on, the bus drivers were changing shifts and all that, so I see the bus driver, he sits down and he puts his seatbelt on. I can understand, we don't want anything to happen to the bus driver. But I look in the back of the bus and I see people holding on to the bar, they're standing up. I'm like, all right, and you either have the bar to hold on to, or you know those plastic handles? And I wonder if they're there for our safety or for the bus driver's amusement. You know how anybody been on a bus lately? How they play with the brake and gas, and it's like, I saw one guy do a 360 turn while holding on to that handle. And his hand never moved. Just his body did the whole thing. I'm just checking my notes.
That was my dad once too, Simon.
I'm sorry?
That was my dad once also.
That was your dad?
Yeah,
What?
he did a 360 with his
Oh,
hand.
yeah. Okay. Have you ever checked what's written on the back of a food product? Where it says, "Thank you for choosing our product. We pride ourselves in providing you with products of the highest quality and freshness. If You are not satisfied at all. Am I growing? At all. You call this number and we will refund your money. They don't know me very well, do they? So I did just that. She asked me my name. I said, my name's Simon Pauze. Gave her my address. Sure as hell, I got my refund. Thank you very much. So now I'm checking out some other food products. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I did. I call them up. And then I say, okay, I'll just do it this one last time. So I phone this one, and I go through the whole routine. I said, yeah, I'm calling because I'm not completely satisfied with your product. And then the voice on the other end goes, excuse me, by the way, is this Mr. Pauze? I'm like, are you freaking serious? They got me? Have you seen those commercials on TV where the side effects outweigh the remedies, what they're for? Like I saw one that said you may experience dry mouth, lung infection, kidney finish, possible heart attack, paralyzed on one side, your nose might fall off. And this was only for something for chapped lips. But the best one I saw so far was for Viagra. They go through the whole list of side effects, and then they come up to the last one. If you experience an erection lasting longer than 3 hours, seek immediate medical attention. Believe me, if I have an erection for 3 freaking hours, medical attention will be the last freaking thing I'll be seeking. Okay? How we doing so far?
Good.
I want to show these two up after and do some swing dancing on my own. I'm only kidding. You guys were great. So, here's another little story about this woman. She gets on a bus and she does this to the bus driver. She puts out her right arm and then starts going like this to the bus driver. No, sorry, let me start over. She gets on the bus and she goes like this to the bus driver. She goes like this. So the bus driver acknowledges her. He puts 2 hands and he goes like this. So then she puts out her right arm and she goes, he puts out his right arm, puts his hand on his bicep and goes like this. So then she takes one finger, puts it between her derriere and rubs it up in between her derriere. So, sorry, I skipped a part. You ever found out my joke? Okay. Now, she takes 2 hands and she cups them together and she takes her breasts and just lifts them like this. He takes 2 hands, puts them near his crotch and he just lifts up gently. Okay. Then, she takes a finger and runs it up in between her derriere. And she frowns before she does that, and then she gets off the bus. But there's a woman sitting in the front row of the bus, And she says to the bus driver, "That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen done on a bus." He says, "Lady, you don't know what's going on. This woman is deaf. She was asking me, am I going to 5th Street? I said, no, I'm going to 10th Street. She asked me, are we going to be passing a dairy? I said, no, we're going to be passing a ballpark." And then she said, "Oh shit," and then she got off the bus. I'll see if I have anything else before I get into the swing dancing. You guys look worried, huh? No word of a lie though. I got on a bus one time, and the bus driver looked like Dwayne Dog Chapman from that television series, Dog the Bounty Hunter. I swear, seriously. And as I'm getting on, I'm like, oh shit. They finally got me for all those times I phoned to get refunds for my products. Thank you. This has been a blast. Thank you very much.